there is Rocky. Rocky,
There
thank
he
you for
is.
doing this, man.
Yo,
Rocky.
That fit as always. So, Rocky, I was giving those guys a compliment, and I want you to weigh in this one as well. When I interviewed them back in July, and I said, hey, so what are you guys up to besides signing with Impact? Gallows was saying, well, you know, we're working on a TV project, and we've got all these big things happening. And it happened. How often is it that somebody's talking about having a project and it happened? That AXS TV special was great, guys.
Thank you, man. Thanks for watching that. We appreciate it.
Yeah, we need you to tell our boss you liked it.
Yeah.
really got to let them know.
We got great feedback, but let those guys know that you want more of that stuff. I think there'll be more cool shit coming down the pike. And just like right now, we're gearing up for Talking Shop Mania 2. There's one thing about the Talking Shop boys, the Good Brothers, Rocky. We're all the Good Brothers now. Yeah. There's always another project. As soon as that project ends, another one starts, and it goes on and on and on again. And that's the way we like to keep it rolling and keep it moving. It's been really good for us since April.
That's
you
the
know what
hustle
we're gonna
of Talking
say.
Shop. Go ahead.
Yeah, so soon we're gonna have a show like Howard Stern, right?
Yeah, of course.
Like just to let you know, so we're gonna be on like satellite radio, and it's gonna be like a $1 billion deal. So I'm gonna just go ahead and put that shit. I'm gonna put that shit out there, so you can be the one to hear it, and it's gonna happen. When it happens, we can have another interview about it.
We'll have another interview. We'll talk about it more.
Well, that is an actually interesting comparison right there, because did some or all of you grow up as Howard Stern fans?
Yeah, we like Stern.
For sure.
Yep.
For sure,
well,
yeah.
Stern fans know about the Whack Pack. You got Beetlejuice.
We have the Minions, brother. They are our Whack Pack.
That's kind of where he was. That's where he was getting at.
That's totally where I was going. So when you look at a great battle royal with Pelvis Wesley, in it, do you guys officially call them the Minions?
Yes. They know they're Minions. For a long time, we kind of called – I've always had minions in my life, guys who hung around wrestling on the outskirts of it or worked for my indie shows or whatever. And Karl the same way.
Rocky never did.
And then, you know, the more familiar we got with each other, he started calling them my minions. And then they materialized into television characters for us. And now they've been on pay-per-view. They've been on TV. I think these minions owe us some royalties, and I'm going to be pissed off until we get some checks in the mail from them.
Well, I can see us. Can't you see us sitting around like Howard Stern style, and you have, you have these guys come in and we interview them about their lives, because
George North and whoever.
When we're just sitting around talking to these guys anyway, we're asking when we should probably be working. We start asking them questions about their personal life, and we start laughing.
We start laughing because we can't take it, and then
because they're fucked up.
Yeah, it escalates from there because they all have some kind of fucked up shit going on, and we just have those personalities. Like I have an idiot like magnet that's embedded in my chest.
Goof magnet.
They're everywhere. Well, it's idiots, goofs, whatever you want.
A goof magnet's a little nicer way of putting it, but we're all fucked up, right? That's why we're who we are.
I see that it's nothing but greatness because you're giving people what they want. That's how I look at it. There's an audience for what you guys are putting out there and have been putting out there. And before I throw a sensible question to Rocky, I have to say the most endearing thing about the AXS TV special you had is that Scott was on commentary with you guys. Showing he gets it. The Impact people get it. So I'm looking at guys who maybe 6 months ago were worried about behaving well. And now you guys look like you can do whatever you want within reason and are having the times of your lives.
That's about the most accurate anybody's ever said it. Yes.
Yeah. When Pelvis Wesley, when he finally entered, I started hyena giggling. Like I sounded like a little like a child. And then Scott starts laughing, hyena laughing too, and then we're just both losing. We're all just losing. And he's actually a pretty normal guy. He's not even really a minion.
Yeah, a little bit. No, yeah. But Scott certainly is in tune with our sense of humor. Hence his appearances on Talking Shop Mania and Full Keg. And a hell of a cameo in Talking Shop Mania 2 that nobody's going to expect. So,
yeah.
Wow, I'm looking forward to that. Now, taking it over to Rock, people who've been listening to your podcast know you're a man of many hats. You're not just a talent wrangler. You're not just a hell of a hand in the ring.
I'm definitely a wrangler, that's for sure.
You also make beats and you rhyme, and you've got a great new single and all that. Plus, we've seen you on television. You're an actor. how do we describe Rocky Romero these days? Because just saying professional wrestler really doesn't do it justice.
Oh man, a Renaissance man.
I mean,
I like that.
Oh.
Renaissance rock.
we're just all entrepreneurs.
Renaissance rock, baby.
Renaissance rock.
I think Rock jumped into the foray of like of commercials like years before we even wanted to, and he made a bunch of money on this Honda commercial. I'm going to put you out there now.
Yeah, he's got some underground pornography out there too. If you dig deep, I don't know. Well, I'm what?
Jesus.
I'm just trying to help the brand.
I'm trying to start an OnlyFans. That's the next skill. That's what everybody's making down.
Hold up. Can we start an OnlyFans? I mean, we can, right?
I mean, we can do whatever we want.
That's where we can finally debut Cock Torturers.
You guys are gonna laugh at this, but I actually had a preliminary conversation with OnlyFans, and they go like, well, what would you guys do on there? And I was like, oh, I guess
torture our cock.
Well, the torturer character, of course, has been around a long time, and I do remember. Yeah. Although we look at Talkin' Shop, the pay-per-view from a couple months ago is the official debut. I remember the one that you guys did from Japan. So that one was interesting. Rocky, did you actually edit that? Have you been editing the video and the audio all along?
Well, the first one I completely edited on my iPhone or something, or iPad or something. And the thing is, it kept on crashing, so it was such a pain in the ass to put that first talking. We call it the Talkin' Shop movie. It's like a 30-minute movie. It's on Vimeo, or if you join the Patreon at patreon.com/talkinshop, you can get it for free. But yeah, that thing was kind of the first experiment in making a video product, kind of what, in the sense of humor of Talkin' Shop, and especially, Gallows and Anderson's sense of humor, really.
Which really turns into yours. But did we sell that for like 99 cents or something? But
something like that.
Whatever it was.
When it came out, we did.
We were recording the podcast, right? Talkin' Shop on an iPhone, and it started to get. And when I say a hit, like a hit to us, right?
Right. I'm going to say legit hit right there.
We sold enough of those Talkin' Shop movies for 99 cents that we bought this badass thing that you could record with microphones and things, man. Like,
we were supposed to have 4 of them, but as usual, Rocky embezzled some of the money to add to his song collection out in Los Angeles.
Yeah, Rocky always embezzles a little bit. He takes a little off the top.
Yeah, he's a Renaissance Rock is a skimmer, we like to say.
Because we've always made just a little bit more money than him, and so he knows that we're not as smart when it comes to like looking at the finances. So he picks a little off the top.
Yeah. You guys trust me too much. That's what it is.
Is that why you have so many jobs?
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. Trying to get a little bit here, a little bit there, Renaissance man.
And as you can tell by this interview, we never let him talk. So
there's so much gold, and it's interesting to see that you guys have a back catalog, because when you do a podcast every week or even just every other week, and it's an hour to an hour and a half each time, you guys are legitimately sitting on 200-300 hours of content besides your pay-per-views?
Yeah, probably. But the thing with us is, like, we can sit in a room and talk forever. Like, Brian Myers tells this story when we were on the road when we were working for New York, and we'd sat in a car together, Machine Gun and I, for 4.5 hours, and we couldn't find a hotel, and we were out in the middle of the Dakotas somewhere, and we get in this literally like a fishing camp because the weather's terrible. We got to pull over. So it's like cabins, but they're attached to each other. And
they asked us we had food, and we needed to put the food away, and they said, well, you can come put it in the freezer. This is a hotel on the road with the WWE. And they say, you can put your food into our freezer. They open the freezer up, and there's like 7 dead birds because it's a hunting lodge.
It's a hunting lodge. It wasn't a hotel. It was a hunting lodge, and they had their fowl out there frozen for the hunters to take home.
There was an owl. There was an owl in there, too.
I don't think you're allowed to shoot owls.
So it was an illegal hunting lodge.
Yeah, it was an illegal hunting. It was a poaching lodge, I think. But we weren't going to say anything because we needed a bed to sleep in. But the point of the story is Myers hears us, and we got a handle of adult beverage with us.
Uncle
and we sit up for 2 or 3 more hours. He gets in the car the next day and he goes, brah, what the hell could you two possibly have to talk about? You were out in the car for 4.5 hours, and all you do is talk to each other and laugh at the same stupid stories. Then you go to a hotel and do it for 3 more hours, and we're like, yeah, we like to talk to each other. That's what we do.
So yeah, 200 hours of content. We have
nothing. That's nothing.
Thousands.
We've never even told that story on the podcast.
Right. We never have.
Wow. Well, you just mentioned Brian Myers, who's a great addition to the Impact roster. Your
100%.
buddy Keith.
Yep.
I think we're still waiting to see if he's out of free agency. But the bottom line is, you guys look like you've found a way to make a living just hanging out with your friends and shit. And
the new age Hall and Nash right here.
Well, our boss did call us out on television, so it might be a little bit of a shoot-ski there, Hootski.
I guess I'm X-Pac. Huh?
You might be our X-Pac.
Hey, X-Pac's a great worker, right?
Hell yeah. I love X-Pac.
Who doesn't like, you dream about, we used to talk about starting a business together when we were in New Japan, but like, we just never did,
We had no time either.
We also weren't, you got to have a little money to start business, right?
Yeah.
So
the world wasn't ready at that time.
And the world just wasn't ready. And then COVID hit, we got canned, and it was like, let's go now.
Oh,
here we go.
It was beautiful the way that it all came into, worked out for us. It sucks what's going on in the world, but that's what Talking Shop-A-Mania kind of is, because we always like that we can make people laugh outside of our serious wrestling stuff. So if we could put a pay-per-view on, and we can't have an audience anyway, so we do it from the house. And we bring all these guys in who are our buddies who are down to do this crazy, wacky shit that we want to do. And everybody had a good time making it. We were nervous as shit. And then it got great reviews and it did a buy rate. And we went, holy shit, now we have to do a sequel.
we always say this, right? Like we with our new contract we just signed, we had first class flights all over the world. So we had first class flights set to go to Australia, Singapore, wherever we were going all the way until December. So if COVID didn't hit, man, we're not getting fired and magic ain't happening. So I mean, like,
yeah, it was a weird blessing for us.
Shit all happens for a reason, and there's a reason why everything happened for us the way it did. And now we're having more fun than we've ever had in our professional careers. So,
and 3 quick questions, and then you guys are free men for me, and you can continue the media blitz. First thing, we will ever see Nature Boy Paul Lee in Impact?
Boy, I'll tell you this: if
God willing.
If the amount of times that he's asked Karl Anderson and I to get him on to the Impact show, if 1/100th of that works, then absolutely yes, and he'll probably be world champion, because we get multiple messages per day from the quote unquote Nature Boy with 5 O's in his woo about getting him on television immediately. So you saw his bar on television, you saw him on television at Full Keg. It's not enough. The Nature needs more.
Let me tell you something.
Here's Nate's problem, though, right? Like, we want him on, but every time we want him on, he shoots himself in the foot by saying something stupid.
Says something stupid, does something stupid, tries to undercut somebody. Like, it's Talking Shop-A-Mania, but in real life.
Let me tell you something.
It's a work in progress.
He's gonna be world champ of Talking Shop-A-Mania one day for sure. That guy.
Not if I still have the pencil, pal.
No. It's 2 against 1 on that one. I know Karl agrees with me.
I'm going to Kevin Sullivan your asses and put Rory over.
That's going to be a long build, though, because this motherfucker ain't ready yet.
Question 2, besides Impact, Tuesday nights on AXS TV, best TV show to watch these days?
I'd say Talking Shop-A-Mania for sure when those pay-per-view specials come out. Other than that, we're just trying to make up content of our own, so I don't really know.
Yeah.
Good answer.
Yeah.
Well, your new single is what? Well, since we didn't get a TV recommendation, your new single that people should be looking at is called what?
Rolly, yeah, it's out on November 13th in the morning, I believe. It's all a part of this whole Talking Shop-A-Mania weekend, and kind of what we're trying to prep for the fans. We've also got this big Boozing with the Boys, which is our version of like. It's on our Patreon. You can come and hang out with us for about an hour and 15 minutes before the pay-per-view starts. Last time, a certain friend of ours, Chris Jericho, showed up to say hello. We have, Chavo might show up. You don't know who's going to show up to this
Chico?
thing. So Chico could show up.
Chico could show up. Yeah, I'm going to be watching it with a live audience in Savannah, Georgia. The boys will be in LA and in Tampa, respectively. So it's going to be off the chain. And then the last 20 to 30 minutes of that is going to air on Fight TV. So everybody watching on Fight will be able to see this Patreon, this Boozing with the Boys going down. So it's all part of what we got going on, man. Talking Shop-A-Mania is November the 13th, 10 p.m. worldwide pay-per-view, iPay-per-view via the Fight app, where you can pre-order now. And it is the eve of the Impact Wrestling Turning Point special on the Impact Plus app, where Machine Gun and I take on the North for the Impact Wrestling World Tag Team titles. So, man, we got a lot of cool stuff going on with that. TNSmania.com, all things that pertain to the boys of Talking Shop. Alcohol links, updated live event information. We got the first ever Talking Shop Live coming to Baltimore, Maryland at Jimmy's Seafood on November the 22nd, 6 p.m. All your favorite Talking Shop characters, followed by some kind of wrestling pay-per-view I guess we're going to watch. Please follow our animated series at The Real Gimmicks. I'm done plugging, guys. I can go on forever.
Man, you're great at that.
We'll just
You
keep going.
did the natural and a half. And the closer, instead of asking any last words for the kids, who's the best lead singer of Van Halen?
I got nothing.
Bad question for the boys.
Yeah, I don't know. If you would have asked about Cody Jinks, I could have answered.
Oh, wait.
Okay.
Van Halen.
Yeah, Eddie Van Halen, right?
Eddie Van Halen, Daddy.
I think he played the guitar, right?
OU
Yeah,
812, right? Wasn't
Oh,
OU 812 a big
He
album?
should have been.
Yes, it was.
See, there we go.
Eddie should have been the lead singer, guys. That's all I'm saying. There's
The
one
correct
that I know,
answer,
so he
David
should
Lee
have been-
Roth, but it's okay.
David Lee.
Oh,
Roth. Yeah. I knew
That's
that.
what we
I knew
meant.
that. I knew that.
Yep. I
Well,
knew him
that-
for the Adam
yeah.
Sandler song.
Exactly. Well, thank you guys so much for your time, your effort, all the great years of entertainment. I'm looking forward to seeing what's coming up soon.
Thanks,
Thank you,
good brother.
brother.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks, bro.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks,
We appreciate
thanks,
you.
Ross.
Paltrocast.